Welcome to WordQuest. I'm Mona Vokel, and today the question we're going to explore is, why isn't love spelled L-U-V? To investigate, we're going to use the 4 questions of structured word inquiry. What is the meaning? What are the relatives? How is it built? And how is the pronunciation represented? By the time we come to the end of this presentation, you're going to have some good reasons why love is spelled the way it is. We start with the first question. What is the meaning? You can ask your child or student to use the word in a sentence. Make sure you have a sense that they understand the word before going further. Here, love means a feeling of deep affection, as in, I love my family. For our next question, we ask, what are the relatives? Today, let's look for the historical relatives of love. To do that, we consult an etymological reference, either Etym Online or John Ato's Dictionary of Word Origins. And when we explore that, we find out that love comes from the Old English. Well, that gives us some interesting information. Look at the Old English, L-U-F-U. That's the U that we think should be in the modern day spelling. Let's just put that aside and explore our next part of this investigation. Now that we found the historical relative of love, we're going to look for the modern day relatives, the family. Words in a family will be built with the same meaningful base. So that means that we're going to look for words that have the L-O-V-E base and a sense of love or affection. Let's brainstorm. How about love, loving, lovely, loved, lovable? Next we ask, how is it built? Love is a base, L-O-V-E. We can also explore words across the family using word sums and a matrix. Our final question of structured word inquiry is, how is the pronunciation represented? Say the word love. How many sounds do you feel? It might help to touch your cheek as you say the word love. Do you feel 3 sounds? Each of those phonemes or sounds are represented by a grapheme, which is a letter or letters. Here is my hypothesis about the grapheme that I think represents each phoneme in love. We still haven't answered our question, why is love spelled with an O instead of a U? So now we're going to dig a little deeper. When we investigate, we find that the sound or phoneme can be represented by O, as not just in love, but in words like none, some, months, or above. So it's not as unusual as it initially felt to us. We also see the phoneme represented by a double O in a word like blood, the U as we expect it, and also it can be represented by the grapheme OU as in rough and tough. So that's some interesting information. Digging deeper, we found out some very fascinating information that back when there was no printing presses, where everything was by hand, scribes chose the grapheme O for the base L-O-V-E to avoid the similarity of U and V in handwritten letters. This minimized confusion allows meaning to be quickly conveyed. Look how confusing it would be if there was an U in love when you put it next to the handwritten V. Very confusing. And also, if you didn't have an E at the end of love, it would double, and this would also be so confusing in handwriting. Look at that. That is very, very confusing. There's a rule in English that says no English word will end in V. So an E was added to make sure it complies with the rules. Now you know why love is spelled the way it is. Please share that information with your friends and come back soon for another word quest. Thanks so much.